Hunterrr is about a guy who can't keep it in his pants. For Bollywood, where repression masquerading as respectability is still largely the name of the mainstream game, to create a leading man who can confess to being led by his nether regions is, uplifting. But the sheer unevenness of the proceeding shows just how difficult it is to go all the way in this kind of film, where a man is a hunter, tick, and a woman, well, prey. Tick, tick. Mandar Ponkshe, Devaiah, whose name itself suggests mild lewdness going by the reaction of his two best friends, makes the connection between sex and physical need out loud. That he also equates it to daily elimination, which is also a need, sets the tone for Hunterrr that it will state the obvious and underline it. No subtle notes here. So there goes our Mandar, tracing a confusing timeline. The film zigs into the past, zags to the present, jumps back a little, repeating this pattern while showing us how he gets into the sex thing in the first place. And how he progresses, from a panting teen to a horny young fellow to an adult with uncontrolled lust, where after sowing 100 not out wild oats, he is looking to settle. Or is he? The trouble with Hunterrr is that it is largely venal. The existence of sex addicts is well documented, and Mandar's journey is much too generic. The first experience of an adult film, the going through a string of women, the reaching the point of wanting to stay, not stray. Through all of this, we get no special insights into this kind of male, who grows in years but not in sexual or any other kind of maturity. The women are written as a clutch of cliques, too. The sweet virginal college kid type, Saxena. The buxom Savita Vabhi type, played by Tamhankar, saved in the cell phone under that moniker, fulfilling the Earth Mother Feckin' Nourisher stereotype, the dry, face game playing looking for afternoon action type, all tropes. Mandar is a type, too. He calls himself a Vaju type, which apparently means a guy who, as we said right in the beginning, can't keep it in etc. When it comes to a film that wants to be more than just a crude humping sex comedy, types are not enough. It needs more spikiness, more specificity, more angularity. What saves it is the unexpected sweetness, leavened with a little bit of surprise, of the relationship between Mandar and Tripti, Radhika Apte, the regular Jane, who admits to a few relationships, even, shudder, physical ones. Devaiah, who does a good job as the tongue hanging out average look in lust, works well with Apte, who gets in a bit of balance, by being the kind of girl who is able to make a choice. And both Tamhankar and Saxena make the most of their roles, conveying a sense of emotional fragility and loss, when the hunter moves past them. If the writing were sharper, Mandar's libidinous meander would have had meaning. I wanted to know more about what makes him tick. How does he feel when he notches up another conquest? Triumph? How about self-loathing and shame, not necessarily the Michael Fassbender kind? Doesn't that go with the territory? Hunterrr could have been a genuinely adult comedy of manners, but it stays right where it begins, the phrase coming of age functioning more as eliciting an embarrassed hitter than reaching the goal post. And what does it say about Indian society that men can be out there hunters and women have to be content to be under the radar prey? When will Bollywood give us a film in which men and women are equal opportunity offenders? Can it ever? Hunterrr is about